out for you. Consumer research is showing we're driving too fast and the consequences are deadly. News 5's Patrick Nelson is taking a deep dive into this warning and how auto testing and technology will play a role in keeping us safer on the roads.
Speeding is something most people will admit is dangerous, but they do it anyway. The newest vehicles on the road do have advanced safety systems, but this research showed even a slight increase in speed can overwhelm those safety features. Consumer experts say it's changing the industry. The Insurance Institute for Highway Safety, KOAA, and Humanetics crash tested a 2010 Honda CR-V. The vehicle was chosen because it is about 10 years old, much like the average car on the road, and because it had the highest safety ratings for its type. Despite safety features, crash tests performed at speeds of 40, 50, and 56 miles per hour showed as the speeds increased, so did the severity of injury risk.
Once you get over a certain speed, there's diminishing returns on the safety equipment that's in the vehicle.
Jennifer Stockberger is a Consumer Reports auto testing expert. She says now we should expect safety features more focused on slowing collisions.
Things like automatic emergency braking. This is a system where the car recognizes there's something in front of you, and if it feels you're not taking appropriate action, say, for example, you're still on the accelerator, it can actually brake the car for you to avoid the crash. Or, as this study pointed out, maybe even if it can't avoid the crash completely, lower that speed of impact, meaning much better outcomes for the occupants of the hitting vehicle and the struck vehicle.
The way we crash test vehicles in the United States is expected to soon be changing too. Across the industry, it's accepted that the front seat of vehicles are safer than they've ever been before. But there's still room for improvement in the testing process and making other areas of the car safer.
Occupant gender. How does that influence the crash outcomes? Maybe the dummies need to be more representative of different genders. The rear seat, there used to be this great benefit to sitting in the rear seat, but the front occupant cabin has gotten so safe. The rear seat's still safer because it's further from the impact for most, but maybe it's time to bring some of those benefits to the rear seat. And then, of course, avoiding the crash in the first place.
Designers of new vehicles will try to correct these vulnerabilities, but Stockberger says when buying used cars, prioritizing safety is still very important.
Buy as much safety as you can afford. So for whatever that model year where your budget limits, going back a little bit, maybe electronic stability control, which was required on all new vehicles after 2012. That was a huge safety game changer. So what it does is it can independently brake individual wheels. When you get into a skid, it can brake a wheel so that the car corrects itself. Huge if, say, you come into a curve too quickly or slick conditions.
Talking with top auto testing and safety experts in the industry, I was able to compile some resources that could help you determine which vehicles you would feel safest driving. You can find all this information on our website, KOAA.com. Always watching out for you, Southern Colorado. Patrick Nelson, News 5.